Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. So we heard that Camping World is the Walmart for all things RV. They have everything you could possibly need, but do you actually need any of it? Today, we're gonna go find out. Now, as we walk in, I'd like to thank today's sponsor and the sponsor of this video, Brooklyn Bedding. Brooklyn Bedding has been in the mattress industry for over 25 years, known for top-of-the-line comfort and quality, but without the luxury price tag. They truly deliver the best sleep ever with mattresses custom-made by the best craftsmen in the industry. Plus, if you're in the US, they ship conveniently to you for free from their Arizona factory. They offer different firmness options, heights, and dimensions, even non-traditional sizes to fit right into your lifestyle. They really have something for everyone. If you've been with us for any amount of time, you know we used to travel full-time in an RV. And when we were on the road, we were raving about RVmattress.com. And that's because our RV was filled with mattresses from RVmattress.com. We had a Brooklyn Signature Hybrid in the master, and our kids had a Dream Foam with Central Memory Foam in the toy hauler section. And that sounds familiar because Brooklyn Bedding is the parent company of RVmattress.com. So when it came time to come off the road and settle down in a house, it was a no-brainer to go with Brooklyn Bedding for the mattresses in our house because we knew the comfort and the quality that they provided. So we reached out to Brooklyn Bedding and they hooked us up with a Sedona Elite for our master bedroom, and our boy Caden got a Brooklyn Essential for his awesome tractor bed. And of course, we brought the Dream Foam and Central Memory Foams from the toy hauler and put them in the girls' room. We know choosing a mattress can be a huge decision. That's why Brooklyn Bedding offers a 120-night sleep trial, and they back it up with a limited lifetime warranty. Brooklyn Bedding delivers your mattress to your door for free anywhere in the United States. Plus, it comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up yourself, especially when you cut the vacuum seal and the mattress goes poof. The best part about all this is that Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped from their factory in Arizona. This means they're able to use premium materials at a reasonable price with no middleman to bring up the cost. We love our mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, and we think you would too. If you're in the market for a new mattress, head over to brooklynbedding.com. You can check the links in the description below or go to brooklynbedding.com/PavingNewPaths to get 30% off your order with the code PavingNewPaths. Once again, thanks to Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this video and their continued support of this channel. You just bought your first RV and you're excited to go RVing. You're excited to get out there with your family and start enjoying the outdoors. But the internet and Camping World will have you believe that you need all these accessories just to start enjoying your RV. Super grip chocks. They're nice to have, but you actually don't need them because once you're leveled and on your jacks, tires really aren't doing much anyway. Ultra slide out support jacks. You're actually not supposed to use these according to the internet, but
we would be buying them all.
yes, we had several slide issues because we never supported them from the ground. What do you guys think? Use them or not use them? These are the little Lego blocks you use to level your RV. Do you need them? No. They're kind of convenient, but they take up the same space as just a piece of wood, and it's a lot cheaper. Would you pay 50 bucks for some adult Legos? Would you also pay $50 a piece to hold your RV up? I know I wouldn't. The Anderson buckets. These used to be cool, and I even made a video one time about these and how you can make a better product for a lot less out of wood. And the biggest thing, people said, well, these stack together. Well, guess what? They don't stack together any longer. And that's because they weren't strong enough to hold the RV up, so they put this stuff inside. So now you have the same effect as 6 wooden blocks in the bed of your truck, but you didn't pay $50 a piece for them.
So if you want to start a campfire with the wet wood you bought from the camp store, you're gonna need a few bottles of this. There's a reason they sell them in 2-packs, because you're gonna need more than one.
RV surge protector, of course you need this. The campgrounds you're going to have terrible power issues. Not to mention there's 500 people trying to turn the AC on at one time. Backup power cord for when your surge protector doesn't work and you fry the entire cord. Of course you need a spare power cord because you're gonna wanna have power when you're camping.
All right, so these are called dog bones. You're gonna wanna get familiar with these. You're gonna need a few of these to deal with all the different adaptions you're gonna deal with while camping. I'm gonna go ahead and say, skip this aisle, go Team Starlink. You don't need all this, at least I don't think so. And we ran a YouTube channel from the road. Even though having Wi-Fi and all the things in your RV while you travel is nice, usually the campgrounds have everything you need. And besides, the purpose of you being there is to enjoy the outdoors, not to go watch TV somewhere else. If you have a fifth wheel, you need this Frisbee right here. No,
This is your lube plate, and if you don't want your fifth wheel to be covered in grease, buy one of these, throw it in between, and call it good. That way you never have grease over the bed of your truck or on your kingpin. Any man worth his salt is gonna have straps anyway, but if you're going RVing, you 100% need straps. One to help you get there, and one to help hold it together on your way home. Tire minder. These are tire pressure sensors that you have to add on, and they use fear to sell it. The average blowout costs $2,500 in RV damage. The average RV tire costs $180 to $270 per tire. Warning, if issue occurs, priceless.
Hey, I have an idea. How about the RV industry just put better tires on your RV to start with? Then we don't have to worry about all these blowouts.
Or how about, if it's that important, why is it a after sale product? Why, if it's such a big deal, do we try to sell you the product later? Just put it in the cost of the RV. And look at these are not cheap. $370, $500, $419. And they're all trying to sell you that on the fear that you might blow a tire.
Yeah.
I bet it's so important that all the RVs sitting in the lot already have it installed, because I bet they towed them down here watching the tires, right?
No.
This is actually the most important end cap of the entire store, because it's what's gonna hold your RV together after you get out there.
This should be front and center. When you walk in, let us load you up, because we know this is what you're actually here for. Or maybe they're smart like the grocery stores and they put it at the back of the store. That way you're enticed by all the other RV stuff on your way to buy this product that you are going to need.
Just buy a grab bag of those, you'll use it all. If you own an RV and it has a roof on it, there's a 100% chance that roof is probably gonna leak or come off one day when you're driving. So you're gonna need lots of Dicor and lots of Eternabond tape.
Here's one I say you should get before you spend your first night in the RV, because who wants to spend time keeping up with that little key that opens all your doors? This right here, punch your little key code in, teach it to your kids, give it to your mother-in-law. Everyone needs one of these. Thinking about storing stuff under your bed because it has that handy little thing where you can pull the mattress up? Your RV probably came with something like this. The more you use it, and when you put a good mattress on it, you're gonna probably need these. So go ahead and make the swap before you have a problem.
Another thing you're gonna need if you're gonna go RVing is you're gonna need something to filter the water coming in your RV. That's because most campgrounds have the best water available in the town.
Do you believe that? I don't believe that. I think another thing you're gonna need is right here.
Oh yeah, you definitely need those.
I remember these from our travel days. Swap out every plastic thing you can with something metal. You'll thank us later.
They sure have a lot of products so you don't smell your poop. All this is so you don't smell poo-poo in the RV.
Or maybe so you don't smell the gray water also, which typically smells worse than the poo-poo smell, let's be honest.
And you actually don't need any of this. You can make everything as good as this by buying 2 products from the store, Calgon and Pine Sol.
Yeah, a little bit of Dawn goes a long way. Make sure you actually know what you're gonna use this for before you decide to carry this bad boy around.
Do you know how many of those we saw in our travels just strapped to the back ladder, just bouncing around?
Just bouncing, damaging, and look like they've never been used. Now, I know this has a time and a place, but probably on your first RV trip out or while you're waiting to get your RV out of the parking lot, you probably don't need to stock up on one of these right away.
One thing you do need though is you need a way to get the poop out of your RV and into the sewer. So for sure get one of these, as well as all the connections to make it hook up.
If you're not looking to shower with a trickle of water, you definitely want to upgrade to these, because what you currently have isn't gonna cut it.
I know you're dying to have these fancy outdoor rugs. Well, guess what? Most places you go, if they have grass, they have rules against putting this down. And if you're in a national park or a state park, they also have rules against putting this down. So if you just want to carry this around the country and let it take up space in your storage, go ahead and get you 2 or 3 or 4 of these.
The internet will have you believe that you're going to need every space-saving thing out there. You do not. I would say travel with what you have and then wait and see, do I actually need a strainer that folds down? Or can I just use the one I have? That's up to you, but they literally make collapsible everything.
Collapsible tables. Yes, you're probably gonna need one of these, maybe 3 or 4, because when you live in an RV, you never have space. You need to bring your own table so you have space to set things down all the time. Outdoor accessories. You actually do need some of these. Just remember what you have, because I think when we got done RVing, these are the little hot dog weenie or s'more toaster things. We probably had 100 of these throughout the RV, because every time we checked them, we're like, yes, let's do hot dogs outside, and we'd buy more and more and more. And we had all the outdoor accessories.
You're gonna be tempted to buy all the games because you're gonna be outside and you're gonna be having family time and friends are gonna be over, all the things. I say save your money on all of this. Usually a campground has something fun for you to do. Just enjoy what the campground has. Save your space, save your money.
Don't save your money on an outdoor tent because this will become very useful when you're spending time outside the RV, especially if the wind's blowing, because your awnings will have to be in, but you'll want some space that has some shade. So get the outdoor tent.
I'm excited to hear his opinion on this because I don't know it and I just wonder, would he buy it again?
Look at this rake. This is a travel rake and I had one and it was awesome because we cleaned up every campsite we went to. So yes, if you want to enjoy your outdoor space, get you a rake. If you have kids, get the rake because you're gonna be cleaning up every site you go to. Also, any good man is gonna have a hatchet. Regardless of whether you ever use it, you have it.
Did you ever use yours?
At the end we did, just to say we did, but we actually never used it, but we had it.
If you buy those rugs, don't forget to pick up some of these. Don't be rookies like us and think that rug is just gonna stay in place on its own, because there's this thing called wind, and wind is powerful. And you're gonna need to drive those rugs down into the ground.
If you're having to buy mouse traps to go RVing, I think it's best to move the camper. If you're going camping, you 100% need a set of Phil's chairs. What camping trip is gonna be a success if you have nowhere comfortable to sit? So yes, get these chairs, tote them everywhere. Some will survive the trip, some won't.
A s'mores caddy? Are we that bougie that we have to put our s'mores supplies in a s'mores caddy? Get a basket, save your $18.
We should start selling s'mores caddies. Propane and propane accessories. If you're going RVing, you need an assortment of propane accessories. That way you can use your propane tanks for all the various things around the RV, like an outdoor kitchen or an outdoor fireplace. You just need things for propane.
So confession, you're not gonna use your RV kitchen. Not much anyways. It's gonna be very hot and very smelly. Get yourself a Blackstone. Pick up a grill while you're at it. Also, if you have a husband that cooks, makes it that much better.
You heard her, guys. Get yourself a Blackstone, a pellet grill, and all the cooking accessories because you're gonna be doing a lot of cooking outside.
If you're just going camping for the weekend or for a week, probably skip these. But if you have kids or if you enjoy clean laundry and you're living in yours full time, definitely get the washer dryer or the washer dryer combo because you're gonna use it all day, every day.
You have a tall RV and you wanna get up there and take care of things. So you buy this ladder right here, only to find out that it's very inconvenient to get out and it's just easier to back your truck up next to it and stand on the tailgate.
Save your $280. You don't need it.
There's always ways to get up higher other than that ladder right there.
Your neighbor probably has a ladder you can borrow.
Backup cameras or vehicle observation systems, because they'd have you believe that your RV cannot travel down the road unless you can see behind it. Trust me, the RV got here without a camera on it and it'll probably leave here without a camera on it. Trust your mirrors. You don't need this. It's nice to have, but you will probably never ever use it, because when you get somewhere, you're gonna have plenty of help backing it in. All right, guys, that's just some of the things that we found inside the Walmart of RV accessories that you may or may not need. Now remember, when you buy your RV, there's a lot of things that the internet and YouTube's gonna have you believe you cannot do without. It's actually very simple. All you need is a few things to go RVing. You need some way to keep it from rolling when you unhook from it. You need to give it water, you need to give it power, and you gotta have a way to get rid of the poop. Other than that, these are all I wish I had, but I don't necessarily need. Let us know, what are the things that you found that are very useful for you and some of the things that you wasted your money on and it's absolutely not necessary. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. We love you and we'll see you in the next one.